Hey, how you doing? Glad you clicked on. Are you afraid to go out and do things or go places because you're afraid of being judged on what you wear, what you drive, how you speak, what you look like? Yeah, I understand. Hang around for a few minutes and I'm going to tell you what I'm talking about. Here's what I'm talking about. Get you some junk. Get out and start piddling on it. That's how I found peace, was getting out and just piddling on junk. You know, you probably already got some. If not, go get you some. If you ain't got no money, don't worry about it. Go find something somebody threw away. Yeah, get out and piddle on it. Piddling will give you peace. Junk don't judge you. Junk don't care what you wear, how you talk, what you speak, or what you sound like, or what you look like. It don't talk back. It don't do nothing but listen. You know, it's kind of like an old dog, you know. My old dog, he don't care what I look like, what I sound like, how bad my day is, how good it's been. He don't care. He just listens. Kind of like this old truck, old cars, and anything you got you piddle on. It won't talk back. It'll just listen. And that's what we need, you know. If you're over 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, I don't care how old you are, get out and find you something to piddle on. You know, clean it up, repair it, you know, sell it. Give it to a family member, give it to a friend. But if this video don't do anything else but just encourage you to get out and do something, and it don't matter what we call junk, you know, some people may call gems, and that's fine. But at some point, one of these days, all this stuff that we have is going to be somebody else's junk. So don't be offended if I call it junk. Like this old 81 square body, you know, it's a gem to me, but it's probably junk to them, and it will be. But like I say, whatever you have, old truck, old car, lawnmower, boat, motorcycle, books, whatnots, an old house, whatever, man, it don't matter. Get out and piddle on it. Make it better. Take a picture of it when you first get it. Take a picture of it later and see what you accomplished. Like I say, fooling with junk don't judge you. It don't worry about how much time you spend on it, when's the last time you worked on it. You know, why didn't you call? Why didn't you come by? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Why are you wearing that? Why are you talking like that? You know, junk don't judge you. And it won't judge you. But yeah. Get out and find you something to piddle on. If you're not able to, you're not physically able, subscribe to my little channel. We'll always piddle on something and talk about something. Hey, I appreciate you listening and clicking on my little channel. This is where I need your help. I'm not a big channel. I'm a nobody, man, when it comes to stuff like this, and I'm just trying to get the word out to some of our older generation that's learning about YouTube stuff and, you know, the phone stuff. Share my channel with them and tell them about it where they can click on and watch, and hopefully we can inspire them and encourage them to keep moving on and keep going. But like I say, that's where I need your help. If you like, comment, share, and tell them about it, and tell them about the subscribe button and the notification bell where they know we've got different videos out. But I know a lot of time with the older generation, you know, they worried about the scam stuff, and I understand there's a lot of that going on. And but you know, explain to them how the subscribe button works. I mean, it don't cost anything, but they would understand that more coming from you, a family member or a friend, than they would somebody that they don't know like me. But just trying to encourage our older people, man. We've got to look out for them. They're our treasures. You know, once they're gone, they're gone. You know, so I'm just trying to look out for them and give them something to watch and follow along with. And because you know, I'm approaching 60 myself, so ain't no spring chicken. But I appreciate you, and I appreciate your help. So I found peace in my junk, because I realized when I was out there peeling on it, yeah, it'd make me mad, but then I could walk away from it. But it ain't anything it said or did. It was usually on me. I noticed the junk didn't talk back, and it didn't argue with me. It didn't care where I was there or not. So I found peace in that, and I think you will too. Find you something to work on. I think it'll pay off for you. It'll give you some direction and some meaning. It did me. And I'm sure it will for you too. And you ain't got to put a ton of money in it. Like I say, it don't care how much money I spend on it. It don't care if I spend any on it. It's just something to piddle on. That's like my old dog. He don't care. The only thing he cares about is what I feed him, and he's got a fresh water and a place to stay, you know, where it's warm or cool or whatever the case may be. Yeah, don't give up. Keep moving. Do it while you're able. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, when I put this little old channel together with my dad, he's nearly 80 years old, you know, it was just to show stuff that we have and stuff that we piddle on. It wasn't nothing meant to be educational. You know, we know how to work on a few things here and there, but for the most part, we just figure it out as we go like anybody else. But I got thinking about it when I made the little channel. I was like, you know, we're on there piddling with our junk and fooling with things out in the yard and in our little shop over there. But yeah, I never really explained why I did the channel and what I was doing it for. But mainly, I just wanted to encourage somebody to get out and do something. Get out and piddle on something. Like I say, piddling gave me peace of mind, you know. Got my mind off work and crazy crap on the news. I don't hear all that junk. You know, if you're like me, all my kids are grown now. Grown and gone. They're either working or going to school or, you know, out socializing with their friends. Anything to get away from me and the wife, you know. But you got to have something to keep going. You know, that's what we're here for. You know, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words, but to me, a video would tell a lot more than that picture could. You could leave something for your family and friends. You know, not only could they just look at the picture and remember you, they could watch the video and they could see, you know, what you were doing at that time. You know, how things were around you. What was on your mind? What were you saying? You know, in a picture they can't tell all that, but in a video they can. So you can leave something with your family and friends to maybe look back on you and remember you by. But if this video don't do anything else but just encourage you to get out and do something. You know, I got this old job that I've had for 30 years, or a career, I guess, whatever you want to call it. But, you know, one day that's going to be coming to an end. And then all you're going to have is this old junk stuff to piddle on. If you don't, you sit around and go stir crazy. But, you know, I got to thinking about it. I coached softball for 24 years. Helped run a ballpark, local ballpark, for 24 years also. Raised 4 daughters. Most of their life was spent at the ballpark, playing ball, made great friends and made great memories. But, you know, I looked up one day and all that was gone. It was over. I'll be honest with you. It took a while to get over that, and there's some times that I don't really know if I'm over it or not, but it seemed like it was gone as quick as it started, and they were grown and doing their thing. And I didn't have nothing to do but sit around and look at a bunch of pictures and a bunch of trophies and stuff that they got. I used to bracket race, drag race a little bit. I've done that for a long time, me and my dad. And when my girls came along, it was more important to me to spend time with them. So I took a break from that and done the softball thing. And I've been trying to get back into the bracket racing and stuff, but life come along and you know how that goes. Everything else gets put on hold and you gotta take care of the family. But I guess my point being, that's kind of when I got up one day and I realized, you know what, I can't just sit here and think about all this. I've got to do something. But like I say, going out, hanging out with places and people and doing things really just wasn't my thing. Yeah, there's something I gotta piddle on. Piddling may turn into a nightmare. But I can control when I work on it and when I don't. That's the good thing about junk. And piddling, there ain't no timelines, no deadlines. Yeah, junk don't care, man. Piddling, you're on your own time clock. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Rain got me. Go back and look at some Old Rascal videos and you'll see us piddling around on some junk. Come back and watch again. Appreciate it.